And I also joined organizations like the Active Leadership to Advance the Youth, or ALAY. It's a Filipino organization in Excelsior, also based at the FCC. And by joining that organization, I received many workshops and many discussions about Philippine history, and even dating back, when why Filipinos first moved to the U.S., the history of like labor export policy of the Philippines, which is a program of the government that really systematically exports people rather than creating jobs in the Philippines. So by learning those things, I realized that as Filipino, I'm part of this history of Filipinos who are exploited in our homeland and being forced to move out of the country. But also not just that history, but there's a lot of organizing happening in their community. Yes, immigrants face wage theft, immigrants face trafficking, but there's also a lot of organizations that are fighting these things, that are trying to make the community better. And so I think that's how my identity was kind of being developed. Was I knew bad things are happening, but that also I wanted to do something about it, and I wanted to be part of a community that does something about it. And that's how I kind of just developed my education and my consciousness around the different issues in the community. I think just how just the general, I guess, conditions of immigrants. I feel like just to think about, like, immigrants from the Philippines, like or even other countries, they were forced out of their country because there were no jobs and education for their children. And so they already sacrificed something by leaving their country. Like, it was a future of like uncertainty. They don't know if they have jobs here, they don't know what's gonna happen here, they don't have family here. So that was already kind of like a big struggle, right? And sacrifice for them to do. But then coming here, like another form of discrimination of like, oh, who are these immigrants like taking our jobs, or who are these immigrants like like having those like bad accents, or can't even understand them, or being discriminated at work. So I think, and then there's also employers who are not even paying them the correct wages. And so that's just kind of like kind of an insult, and like just like really degrading and like commodifying people. So I think I just think when I think about the conditions of immigrants, that's kind of what makes me sad and heartbroken, is knowing that they left their country out of love for family, but coming here, they face another level of exploitation and harassment. I think that's unjust. I think it's wrong, and that's what kind of keeps me going with community organizing, knowing that there's a lot of things that needs to change. But also, of course, finding strength in those people who keep fighting. Yeah.